What's going on, you guys? Like, welcome you guys to the channel. It's your boy Big Dog back with another one take review. And today I got one for Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 68, Granolah the Survivor. I have to say this chapter might be my favorite chapter since like the anime ended, which is saying a lot because we got a lot of great stuff from a lot of really, I'm gonna say a lot of really good stuff from the Dragon Ball Super manga. But this one by far I think is my favorite, just because it seemed to take a different route and like for like Dragon Ball, or I ain't gonna say a different route, but it seems to like introduce something earlier, and I haven't felt this way about the potential antagonist, because I think Granolah is definitely the antagonist for the story. It's just he's not the one we're used to. He's not a Vegeta who's coming, you know, to take the Dragon Balls to kill everyone. He's not a Frieza who just wants world domination. He's not a Cell who. Well, it's not a Cell. He's not a Kid Buu. He's not like, he seems very, very different. The guy. And I know a lot of people are going to bring up like the comparisons to the Tuffles in Dragon Ball GT, which is I completely understand that taken because like they want revenge for what the Saiyans did to them. But this one is bigger than that. It's more than just that. It's about Frieza. This guy Granolah still having nightmares, and the fact of the matter is that one of the people we see in his nightmares is Bardock. So which begs the question, because like he calls them the big apes, and that's probably what he knows them as. But he's a survivor. So I'm wondering, after his people died, I'm pretty sure he ended up escaping later on, did he actually see the Saiyans when they powered down, once they were out of that ape form? Did he see how Bardock looks? Because if he saw how Bardock looks, I'm pretty sure he's gonna see the scar on his face. But that hairstyle is unique. So he's going to see him, and then the first person he's probably going to end up running into is Goku, which we all know he stands no chance of beating Goku right now. I mean that's like a no-brainer. Can like use Master Ultra Instinct whenever he wants, which we got to talk about in just a second too. But like that whole thing with Granolah, that's a big deal, and he's on the way to meet these guys, the Heaters, which is crazy. Because Frieza is called Frieza, these guys called Heaters, who's led by this guy named Elect. Because you have Elect, you have Maki. She's the only one that seems weird to me. Elect, Maki, gas, and oil. You got a gas heater, you know what I'm saying? Ways to generate heat. So Maki was the only weird name that they had. I mean, the one of them had, it didn't fit in line with the other one, so I was kind of weird about that. And like, Elect to me is like another character that I was not expecting, because usually you get those guys and you know they just the typical villain, you know, there's nothing really special about them or anything, you know. But this guy's not that. This guy has a plan, you know. He's trying to extract 7-3 for information, but not only that, because he said way to control the galaxy is with money and with intel. Whoever has the most intel, you know, has the advantage. The intel he's going to get from 7-3 is going to give him information on the Saiyans and how strong they are, and the fact that they have this guy Gas, who is apparently more powerful than Granolah, and he's pretty strong in his own right, and he's like he's the muscle of the group. But I think Gas will quickly realize, like, wow, these guys are even stronger than me. And, like, we're dealing with guys. We're dealing with much more stuff than we was expecting. We got information out of 7-3, but, there's still so much more. And that gives them an advantage. Because, now they probably thinking, like, well, do we know if Frieza can take these guys? Can we use Frieza? Because they want to use Frieza to take out Granolah. But now you get to seeing, like, Goku and Vegeta around, and you're like, wait a minute. These guys are even more powerful than them? So it's like, okay, well, maybe we have to do a little bit more. Maybe we have to do a little bit more research. And like, that opens up the whole Pandora's box. Granolah really wants to know where Frieza's at, in which I'm like, Elect not telling him where Frieza's at is probably the most beneficial thing that can happen to Granolah. Because he goes after Frieza right now. He's dead in like 5 seconds. Like, quickly. Like, I don't know how strong Granolah is, but he ain't strong as Frieza. I'm pretty sure we are all positive on that front. Okay, that would be just ridiculous. But I see the potential. Him getting trailed about the guy, the fact that he uses a gun, but like apparently whatever his finger trigger is, you don't want him to pull that because that's the deadly one. Okay, because even the guy Soshiro, when like he was trying to grab onto 7-3, say, hey man, don't make me have to turn your head in too. Like so. I get that he gotta have some kind of power, and that eye must mean something. A lot of people are comparing him to Baby. I don't think we're gonna get like no body transformation or anything like that. I hope we don't get anything like that. But Granolah reminds me so much of Vegeta, that it's just because like I saw a clip earlier where it was like young Vegeta when he was talking about I know Frieza killed all the Saiyans. He was talking to Nappa and Rat. He said I'm going to get strong enough to where like I can kill him. I mean, like I said, this universe is all about power, and that's kind of it seems like Granolah has that same mentality as a young Vegeta, which is saying something because you kind of looking at it like damn, it's another character that I feel like Vegeta has more influence with, but at the same time. Vegeta's been in that situation, so he can relate to him. Also, Goku is Goku's father, who's like haunts Granolah, and it's Frieza who sent the Saiyans to do this stuff. Even though Saiyans weren't good people beforehand, okay, Saiyans were already doing stuff of this. It just they had to do it for Frieza now, so it's not like they were, they weren't good people. I mean, they were good people. They weren't, but like. That's the whole. It's so many different wheels turning, and we find out that like Granolah is also a cerealian, cereal. Because the guy he's on the comms with is oatmeal. We find out a lot of stuff. I'm wondering though, the social, the money, whatever form of money that is for them. Is it also like a beacon, a tracker to find out exactly where Granola's going, or like comms where like he can listen into his conversation? Because if that's the case, Soshiro can report to Frieza now that Granola's coming after him, and Frieza might want to go take care of him because he knows this guy's looking for revenge. Last time some people looked for revenge on me, I had to, they end up killing me, So that could be like something Frieza can be worried about. I actually thought the planet that like until I realized it was an asteroid, I thought the planet that they was going to was actually the one that Broly was on, which would have been crazy to see these guys trying to jump Granolah and they see Broly and then he actually like, he's like, oh, he's a Saiyan. It's like, what? He's a Saiyan? I thought they was all wiped out. No, there's a few left. And then that would have been like a trigger. But Granolah would have tried Broly and it wouldn't have been no more Granolah to survive. Right? Okay, it would have been Granolah to dead. But something I did notice, like even I thought the panels were done graphic. Art was fantastic. When Granolah was sniping the guys, he says, "Not too bad, I missed one." I'm like, which one did he miss? But then you actually go back and look at it. It's a panel where you see Soshiro in the ship, and you see a guy outside the ship, and you got like a little like shock bubble because I guess he was surprised he actually made it out. And we also found out what Elect's trying to do. He's trying to get the biggest broker there is, and that's Zuno. We've met Zuno before. Zuno is the person that Jocko, I think that was Jocko, took to Bulma to meet to find, where the last Super Dragon Ball was. So Jocko knows where he's at, but they're just trying to get the information to see exactly where he's at. Now going to where Goku and Whis and Vegeta, we're back at Beerus' planet. The fish, the Oracle fish, is having trouble sleeping. So him and Goku catches him and Whis and gives a vitamin to put him to sleep. Because he said, hey, it's a bad omen if he can't sleep. Either that or it's just, whatever. And Goku like, oh man, I thought somebody strong was coming. And I kind of was like, I'm kind of tired of Goku doing that. That's just, I think a lot of us are just tired of Goku being like, oh man, I can't wait to fight somebody. Like, Goku just wants to get strong. That Goku's goal is simply to get strong. Like I said, you get it. Like you just want to be the best, but like the way Goku goes about it is very like kid-like and like detrimental to a lot of other people. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think fans are like kind of turned off by it. And like even Vegeta was like, "Oh, this guy's here." The Beerus pissed off because like the last time, you're like, "Yo, you always do this, but like somebody always have to get you out of it. Like shut up, dude." And I get understand that. Another thing we learned is that Ultra Instinct there's levels to Ultra Instinct, which I think we kind of all knew because it's like how can it's too early for Ultra Instinct to be like the last and the very last thing right now. Okay, it just wouldn't make sense. Well, we basically say Goku's at the bottom. Then you have where Beerus was at. Then you have where Whis was at, and then you also have where the Grand Priest is at. And like Whis is like, hey, you have a ways to go. You know that just like to get you excited, or you still have power boost. So I think Goku's gonna go Mastered Ultra Instinct Plus or Ultra Instinct something. You know, I'm pretty sure still get some more changes. But the one thing that was the biggest thing for me this chapter is Beerus when he talked to G like, you ain't gonna try to learn. He's like, nah. It just don't fit me. He said, I figured that. And I always told people, I told people multiple times, I told them over and over and over that Beerus is not worried about Ultra Instinct. Goku learning it was like impressive because it took guys a while to learn it. But I knew the guys had another technique. I know this because I was like, bro, it's the reason Beerus still not fighting Goku yet, or like having like, hey, let's go ahead. You're at the level now where me and you can like really go at it. And I feel like they're still not there. Okay. Also, we learned that the angels are always in the instinct state, but we have this moment where Vegeta's like, hey, well, what do y'all use? Because what Whis does fits more for Goku. Beerus' mentality and how he acts, whatever his technique, probably would suit Vegeta more. So Vegeta's like, I'm going to surprise Kakarot by another way. So whatever that technique is of the gods, kind of leads into the whole thing. Vegeta becomes the new god of destruction. I know a lot of people want that. And if he's able to still stay with like Bulma and like, you know, the Trunks and just leave, you know what I'm saying, every now and then, I would be cool with that. I just wouldn't want him to like completely leave and just go off to be like chill with Whis and you know what I'm saying, become God of Destruction. I would love him to be God of Destruction on Earth, you know. So then we get and like, he would have to like take a seat and like not be able to like interfere in certain things. So I don't know how he would like feel about that. But then he goes, him and Beerus is talking. Beerus like, well, training is not in my job description. But if you see some stuff that you want to steal, feel free. You know, so it's like Vegeta's following him. So Vegeta's going to, we eventually want Vegeta, I think we all want Vegeta to get a new form. And the fact that Granolah, this is one of the biggest things, the fact that Granolah remembers 8 form Bardock, the tails are coming back. Y'all, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it to get anybody's hopes up. We might get a canon Super Saiyan 4, which might be stronger than Super Saiyan Blue. That's what I'm thinking we're gonna get. I'm thinking we're going to get I just don't see the tails not coming back and Vegeta and Goku Vegeta would be the best person to go 8 form because he know how to control it. So do we get that? And then I'm just saying, if you get the tails back and you get the 8 forms, you have to give us a canon Super Saiyan 4. You bring Broly canon. You brought Frieza back. You reintroduce 17 into the story. I feel like it's just time for Super Saiyan 4. And since it's more based on Saiyan abilities, it has to go to Vegeta. It has to. This is every single arc with me, y'all. Every single arc, I get hype. I'm like, this is the arc Vegeta's gonna do it. This is the arc Vegeta's gonna do something crazy. It's time. It is time. I need to see the Great Ape Vegeta again. I need to get to see him in Super Saiyan 4. The Oracle Fish says the balance of Universe 7 is shifting, which I interpret as, I know that they were one of the lower ranked universes, but as more people come and get stronger, that universe level can increase because like the average gets higher, okay? They stop killing everybody. You know, the average gets higher, you know what I'm saying? And they boost up in rankings. Who's going to be the mightiest of Universe 7? I feel like it's one of the people we saw in this chapter and or Frieza. Because Frieza wants to surpass Zeno. You have Frieza, Vegeta, Goku, and Granolah. All are intertwined in some way or another. Whether from their past or people that they're connected to, they're all intertwined one way or another. Which is leading up to, I am loving this, okay? I am ecstatic about where the chances of where Dragon Ball Super is going right now. I'm cool on the anime. I'm straight. I don't need the anime right now. I just need the manga to get far enough along so when this stuff does get animated, I can be that much more excited. And I don't know what Akira Toriyama and Toriyama is taking this story. I just hope they execute it well because I thought this was a fantastic 10 out of 10 start to this arc. That's just me. You guys let me know what you thought about down in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching the vid. Hope you guys stay safe and I'll catch up with you guys later. Peace.